You were born on December 1st, 1949, in Rio Negro, Antioquia, Colombia. Watching wealthier families in Medellin enjoy luxuries you cannot access. You attend the Liceo de la Universidad de Antioquia, but drop out before finishing. As a teenager, you tell your cousin you will be a millionaire by the time you are 22. Your earliest recorded hustle is stealing and reselling gravestones from local cemeteries. You also reportedly sand down stolen tombstone inscriptions so they can be resold unmarked. You run street lottery schemes and sell contraband cigarettes in Envigato's busy markets. You steal cars in Medellin and sell them or hold them for ransom from their owners. You fall under the influence of local street boss Alfredo Gomez Lopez, learning criminal logistics. By your late teens, you are working as a street-level enforcer and small-time thief. You begin smuggling contraband goods, including electronics and appliances, across regional borders. Colombian smuggling networks in the early 1970s moved cigarettes, whiskey, and electronics for profit. You are arrested in 1974 for stolen vehicle possession, but the charges are later dropped. You marry Maria Victoria Henao in March 1976, when she is 15 and you are 26. By the mid-1970s, cocaine is beginning to flow out of Colombia toward the United States. You recognize cocaine's profit potential and begin working as a courier and low-level trafficker. You partner with Medellin trafficker Alvaro Prieto to move early cocaine shipments. In 1976, you are arrested by DAS agents for cocaine possession but escape prosecution. You allegedly arrange for the arresting officers to be killed, eliminating the witnesses against you. You establish early smuggling routes through Ecuador and Panama to move product northward. By 1976, you are no longer a petty criminal, but an emerging figure in Colombian cocaine trafficking. By the late 1970s, you shift your focus entirely to cocaine trafficking. You begin buying cocaine paste from suppliers in Bolivia and Peru. The paste is transported to clandestine laboratories hidden in the Colombian jungle. Chemists process the paste into refined cocaine hydrochloride at these jungle labs. You realize that air transport is the fastest and most profitable smuggling method. Small planes fly cocaine shipments north through Central America toward the United States. You personally oversee early smuggling flights departing from hidden jungle airstrips. Cocaine is sometimes hidden inside cargo shipments of legitimate Colombian goods like flowers. Your smugglers also conceal cocaine inside hollowed-out consumer appliances and machinery. Speedboats carry shipments through the Caribbean Sea to drop-off points near Florida. A network of fishing vessels also serves as cover for maritime cocaine transport. Miami becomes the primary entry point into the United States for your cocaine. You cultivate relationships with American distributors who move product across U.S. cities. The enormous profits flowing back to Colombia are transported as physical cash. You partner with fellow Medellin traffickers Jorge Luis Ochoa and his brothers. Carlos Letter provides crucial infrastructure, including a private island airstrip in the Bahamas. That Bahamian island, Norman's Cay, becomes a critical mid-route refueling and staging hub. In 1981, the Medellín Cartel is formally established as a cooperative trafficking organization. The cartel pools resources to fund larger shipments and share transportation infrastructure. Cartel members collectively bribe Colombian customs officials and airport personnel. By the early 1980s, the cartel is supplying roughly 80% of cocaine entering the United States. Your personal fortune grows at an extraordinary rate, accumulating billions of dollars. You purchase enormous tracts of land across Colombia, including the Hacienda Napoles estate. Forbes magazine lists you among the world's wealthiest individuals during the early 1980s. Your rapid accumulation of wealth transforms you into one of the most powerful figures in Colombia. By the early 1980s, your cartel controls roughly 80% of the global cocaine supply. Forbes magazine lists you among the wealthiest people on Earth during this period. You spend approximately $2,500 a month just on rubber bands to bundle your cash. Rats and moisture reportedly destroy nearly 10% of your stored cash every year. You construct Hacienda Napoles, a sprawling 7,000-acre private estate southeast of Medellin. The estate's grand entrance gate displays a small plane mounted overhead as a trophy. You stock the hacienda with exotic animals, including hippos, giraffes, and elephants imported from Africa. You build a private zoo a motocross track, a bullfighting ring, and multiple swimming pools on the property. You open the hacienda gates to thousands of ordinary Colombian families on weekends. In Medellin's poorest comunas, you fund the construction of housing, schools, and football pitches. Your public image in working-class barrios becomes that of a generous local benefactor. You adopt the nickname El Patron and cultivate a carefully managed public persona. Photographs circulate showing you posing as a family man with your wife and young children. Your plata o plomo strategy offers officials a simple choice: accept a bribe or face violence. Judges, police chiefs, politicians, and military officers receive your payments across Colombia. Those who refuse your bribes face the very real threat of assassination. In 1982, you run for election and win a seat in the Colombian Chamber of Representatives. Your election gives you congressional immunity and legitimacy in the eyes of many Colombians. Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla publicly exposes your criminal past before the legislature. In 1983, President Belisario Betancourt's government revokes your congressional seat under political pressure. Stripped of immunity, you face renewed legal scrutiny and escalating pressure from authorities. In April 1984, gunmen working for the cartel assassinate Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla. The assassination shocks Colombia and marks a dramatic escalation of your war against the state. President Betancourt declares a state of siege and signs an extradition treaty with the United States. Extradition to the United States becomes your greatest fear and the focus of your resistance. By 1989, you have declared open war on the Colombian government itself. You order the assassination of presidential candidate Luis Carlos Galán in August 1989. The government responds by seizing cartel properties and intensifying military operations against you. You bomb Avianca Flight 203 in November 1989, killing all 107 people aboard. You bomb the DAS headquarters in Bogotá, injuring hundreds and destroying the building. You are now officially the most wanted man in Colombia and one of the most wanted in the world. Moving constantly between safe houses, you evade a nationwide manhunt for months. The Colombian government creates a special elite police unit dedicated solely to capturing you. In 1991, Colombia's new constitution bans extradition, removing your greatest fear. You negotiate a surrender with the government, agreeing to confess to limited charges. In June 1991, you surrender and are imprisoned in La Catedral, your own custom-built facility. La Catedral is equipped with a football pitch, a bar, and comfortable private quarters. You continue running cartel operations from inside the prison with near-total freedom of movement. When the government attempts to transfer you to a real prison in July 1992, you escape. Your escape triggers the largest manhunt in Colombian history, backed by United States intelligence. The search block, aided by U.S. Delta Force and CIA signals intelligence, hunts you relentlessly. Vigilante group Los Peeps, your mortal enemies, simultaneously attacks your network and family. You spend 16 months as a fugitive, moving through middle-class Medellin neighborhoods in secret. U.S. signals intelligence begins intercepting your radio calls as you contact your family daily. On December 2, 1993, search teams triangulate your location to a safe house in Los Olivos. Colombian search block officers surround the two-story house on Avenida El Poblado. A firefight erupts and you attempt to flee across the rooftop of the safe house. You are shot and killed on that rooftop on December 2, 1993, one day after your 44th birthday. Your death is confirmed by Colombian National Police and broadcast to the world within hours. The Medellín Cartel collapses after your death, ending one of history's most destructive criminal empires.